Hey guys, I'm Dr. Walter from the Monty and Minx Calamvale Vets. Welcome to our weekly Q&A sessions where we'll be answering your questions. This week's question is from James in Runcorn, and the question is, my friend told me the plant I have at home is poisonous to my pet. Is there any other plants I should be aware of that might be poisonous to my dog? To answer that question, James, thanks for your question by the way, there's a couple of things we need to look at and to know. So poisoning from plant can be, and most oftentimes would be, a veterinary medical emergency that requires pretty immediate kind of medical attention. But you can save your pet's life at home simply by avoiding and steering clear of the worst plant offenders, both in the house when you're out and about walking. Puppies and kittens are the most likely to be affected by plant materials, simply because obviously they're more curious, they like the experience to know what's okay and what's not okay for them, and obviously because of their smaller sizes as well. Particular breeds like Labradors are also more prone to the problem because obviously we all know they love to eat everything, and obviously that doesn't really go well when there's something that's poisonous for them. Paws, mouths, sometimes eyes and ears can also be affected by different spikes on plants as well. Some of the most dangerous plants you can find in Australia are holiday favourites and really garden mainstay, so stuff that you find quite commonly in different parks and different backyards of say your friends or even your own house. It's probably best to assume that most plants aren't good for your dogs, okay? And you should try to keep them away from eating the plants. Common plants like belladonnas, English ivies, daffodils, tulips, and rhubarb. Keeping your dog away from these and any of the similar plants. And also one particular group of plants that we should be mindful of would be an Easter favourite. So your lilies, so your tiger lilies and your Easter lilies and your day lilies can cause really acute severe kidney failure in cats and can even lead to death. Peace lilies and other types of palm lilies can also cause problems for both dogs and cats. I'll go over a couple of the most common plants you find in this part of Australia, and I'll just briefly talk about the symptoms you might see at home with the poisoning associated with that. So the first one I want to talk about is autumn crocus. Autumn crocus, the most poisonous part of it is the bulb of it, but the whole plant really is quite toxic. What you see is, they've got an alkali substance that can cause really severe oral irritation, vomiting and diarrhea, but it can also cause pretty extensive liver and kidney damage as well. The second one I want to talk about is azalea. So azalea is so poisonous that you only need a couple of leaves to leave your dog with severe oral irritation, again vomiting and diarrhea. It can also cause a really severe drop in blood pressure, coma and even death. Peace lilies, like I said before, potential hazard for your dog at home. It can cause pretty severe irritation again in the mouth, in the throat, and it can cause a lot of drooling and vomiting. Tulips, again, the whole thing is really poisonous, but the bulb again is the most toxic part of it. Ingestion of tulips can cause again irritation, pain, vomiting and diarrhea. Daffodils have one of the highest toxicity of all plants, and again the bulb is the most poisonous part of it. You might see vomiting and diarrhea, but in severe cases you also see convulsion, drop in blood pressure as well. And number 7 is sago palm. Sago palm, the most toxic part of it is the seeds, or you could call it the nuts. Quite popular among the Labradors from what I've seen before. It can cause pretty severe bloody diarrhea, bleeding disorders, liver failure, and even potentially death. Oleanders looks really good, but can be very toxic to dogs, and it can cause a couple of different heart fatal abnormalities, muscle tremors, incoordination, vomiting and bloody diarrhea. Cyclamen and amaryllis, they both can cause, again, vomiting and diarrhea, oral irritation, seizures, death, heart abnormalities, and tremors as well. Obviously, that's not a really complete list, and there are other plants out there that are toxic for your animals at home. If you're not sure, always just check, call us, double check, and we can give you some information on that as well. So what should you do when your dog did eat any of those plants, or you're just not sure whether they've eaten it or not? Don't wait, contact us, because rapid treatment can oftentimes save your pet's life. We recommend you to bring your dog straight in, and if it is safe to do so, give us a call beforehand first, so we can do the necessary preparations before your pet and yourself arrive, so we can treat them straight away. And if we can get to them early, like I said, proper treatment with pets, they can recover really well from the poisoning. And so be sure to keep an eye out, be vigilant, and be able to get to it as soon as possible. There's so much more I want to cover on this topic, but my time is up today. So thank you for joining in. I hope today's Ask a Vet session was really helpful. At Monty and Minx Vet Clinic, we'd really love to hear from you. If you have any questions about this video or from the previous videos, please feel free to send us a message privately, or feel free to leave a comment section down below. Thank you for joining me today, and see you again soon.